What is poppin', squad? It's your boy Jesimein. Hope you guys enjoyed this nice little stream gameplay. If you missed it, I will be streaming every day, just so you guys know. Pay attention and be there. But anyways, let's get to the focus at hand. And today we're talking about the good/bad news of the Division 2. This is all speculation. Obviously, there's nothing in print, but this is basically me paying attention to what's been going on and everybody focusing on what is the excitement, which is the whole fact of the matter is we're getting to Division 2. So no matter what, it's still going to be good news anyways, even if we're upset with whatever changes that they might implement. But for the main thing is, let me get to the bad news part of it, right? This is the part, honestly, the most important part of this entire video that I've been lurking on and kind of worried, but kind of on both sides. And that is that division development for Division 2 did not just start at the announcement like a lot of people have been writing. They're saying, well, Division and Massive, they learned from their mistakes from whatever was broken and they put that all into the Division 2. No, yes and no. Of course, obviously they're going to adapt to certain things, certain changes. They know what works and what doesn't work, and they're really good at that. But being that the development for the game actually was, I'm not sure if it was a week or a month right after the Division was dropped, goes to show you that they've been working on this for a while now. It's been about 2 years. The good part of this, obviously, that means we get the game earlier. If they're 2 years in development, that's 2 years we don't have to wait for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad they actually started it right after Division instead of like right now, because then it would have been a hype factor. We had to wait 2-3 years for a game. But that's not the case. The good part of it, like I said, is we get the game way earlier than what we thought, because a lot of people thought, well, nobody's going to make a Division 2 because they're making an Avatar game. So a lot of people were confused on that. But they did announce and did claim that they've been started development on it. So what's the bad news part about this? Okay, this is the part you need to focus on. Date back all the way into the beginning of the game. Patch 1.0, patch from all the way back then, from when my channel first dropped, whatever was broken, whatever. They had a mindset, right? They had their mindset of what they wanted the game to be, and the game has completely changed since then, right? Obviously, they kept the core mechanics and stuff, but for the most part, balancing and all that stuff and concept has changed a lot. What the problem that can be is that when they started development, they had all that in mind, and they went on with it even as they went. So think about whenever the game changed for you, right? Let's say the game started off broken or started off good for you. At some point it changed, right? It changed to what you like or what you dislike. That mindset that you had was still in development with Division 2 as they made things for it. And the fact that it's made on the Snowdrop engine is already really bad, because this engine sucks. No hate to Snowdrop and any of them, no hate towards them. I'm just saying everybody knows the netcode and all that stuff is issues, obviously why we can see so much problems when it comes to Division's connectivity and stuff. But for the most part, like I said, the biggest bad news part is, for it could be for some people. Some people are like, well, that's good because we want the same game. We don't want it to go down the same road as Destiny, where it kind of, they tried to change it up, but it really is a reskin. And you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with a sequel. But the worst thing you have to worry about is that maybe some things that we didn't necessarily like made it into Division 2 only because they started it so long ago, bro. It's been in development for 2 years now. Whatever changes, obviously balancing and stuff, that's the easiest thing, and I think that's the only thing people can really complain about. If the game's balanced, then what do you got to cry for? Don't expect your character to transfer over. I've heard a lot of people say that. I can almost put $100 on it for every sub, that you're not gonna be able to carry your stats and gear over. They probably want to start brand new. They don't want to take whatever people think is broken into the next game or whatnot. But as far as good news, okay, what's the good news? The good news, obviously, I already stated it. We're getting the game way earlier than we thought. So the people who didn't know that the game's been in development for 2 years, there's your answer. Boom, you're good. You get to know that the game, I would say maybe end of 2019 or 2020. That's what I think, because usually games take like 4 years. But I don't know how big Division 2's, like, I don't know how big of a game it's gonna be. But one thing I do know, which is also good news, is actually the biggest, as of right now, like I said, this is all speculation. We don't know for sure, but from what I read, people were saying that Ubisoft is going to dispatch their biggest development team ever on this game. They know where the money's at. They know the power of the potential of this game, and they want to put it into it. So they have developers from all over the place, bro, from over here in California all the way to Shanghai, dude. It's crazy. They have a crazy amount of Ubisoft hands in this project. So which is also can mean we get the game faster because there's more people working on it, and it could be way way better quality because so much effort and manpower is being put into it. So that's the good news for it. Another good news factor is a lot of people are worried that they're probably going to change the whole concept of the game. No, from how they spoke on it, story is going to be really big for them. They actually want to develop a story for the people who enjoy PvE and enjoy the story aspect of it. This is really good news to you because they really want to have Division to have a heartbeat in the story. They really want to satisfy, you know, all of our questions when it comes to the outbreak and all that stuff. So be prepared for that. That is almost guaranteed. They are not playing this time, as stated. If you watch State of the Game, you can see or watch the announcement, you could see where they were going with it and how they wanted the game to be from the first place, and they wanted to get back to that. And basically their statement is that the game they wanted the game to be something. It wasn't something in the beginning, and as it grown, it became what they wanted it to be. So now that they know that, obviously they're going to take down to Division 2, and we're going to have the complete project. So we started with a kind of an incomplete project with the Division from the Sticky Bomb era. Obviously from the beta days, we know what was insanely, there was such an amount of glitches that some people called the most broken game of all time. Like, it was to a point where you couldn't even play the game because everybody was stuck in a door. Like, it was glitches like that. You don't really have to worry about that with Division 2. I think it's because, if you guys don't remember, Massive did start basically their whole little roadmap of games with the Division 2. This was their baby gerbil project. This is their first game, and you have to give them credit for that. So being that they're going to have their hands on the reins of the second one, they know what to do now. It's been 2 years in the craft. The whole team, not just one person, grew from it. That entire squad of people grew on this, and they're going to work extremely hard to make this game what we want. So you can pretty much almost expect the same concept. They're not going to change their concept of builds. They're not going to change. We're not sure if the Dark Zone's going to make its appearance. I don't know, but from what I've been kind of like, you know, fishing out and listening to, it seems like they pretty much want to keep most of the things the same, just upgrade certain things, certain aspects, maybe more players in a lobby, maybe more game modes, maybe a deeper weapon pool, deeper gear set, you know what I'm saying, less balancing issues. That's what they want to do with this game, and they want to bring it to life in that fashion. But at the same token, you know, some people don't like certain things about the game, and I mean, I'm pretty sure, I can almost guarantee there's going to be an aspect of the game that you don't like that's going to make it into the next one, only because they actually want to keep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type mentality for certain things on their end. If they feel like they're happy with something, I'm pretty sure that's going to make it into Division 2. Unlike Destiny, where Destiny was kind of like basically a reskin of the same game, I think that being that they've seen the response Destiny's gotten, a lot of games have gotten, they're kind of going to steer away from that, and they have more than enough time. Let's say they're at 50% development speed. That's way more enough time to make the changes you need to get a game out whenever you want. We don't have a release date. The reveal is going to be at E3, so be prepared for that. That's going to be in June. It's going to be pretty sick. We're going to be excited about that. But like I said, that was pretty much the bad news. I'm sorry if I scare any of you guys, honestly, but it is something to really pay attention to, because it's just like this. It's like, let's say you don't like a certain food and your mom starts cooking, right? And she starts cooking not knowing that you don't like this food, and she serves it to you. You're going to already have your issues already, because I told you I didn't like this, but she couldn't stop. She already started the dish. So she can make changes, add things, add seasonings, add sides, whatever. But overall, whatever you didn't like still can make it onto your plate. And that's kind of the concept I wanted to bring. If that is the case when it comes to development. I personally don't think that's the case. I think that they were more focused on, you know, bringing the original things, transferring over, upgrading the engine and all that stuff, and writing the story, rather than actually taking what we considered as broken into the game. I feel like they're pretty smart, and they know what they're doing, especially when it comes to something as crucial as this. This could be the next big game. We don't know. Let's just not overhype it, and kind of just like, let's just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Let the tides roll, and just roll out, and just see if it comes to be. Don't overhype yourself. Be excited for it, because it's definitely Division 2. We're getting Division 2. Be hype about that. Just don't sell yourself, and let Massive prove themselves, and I'm pretty sure they can. So it's been real. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, man. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. Be excited for Division 2. It's coming, guaranteed. It's about to be popping. We're gonna have fun, And that's pretty much the only thing you have to worry about. Other than that, everything else is good news. So the only thing you have to worry about, like I said, is just remember the Division 2 started development 2 years ago. You can write that however you want. Just keep that in mind. It's been real. Your boy is out.